Hello everyone, welcome to a new math episode. In this episode, we'll be working on the probability. Let's start. The experimental probability. The experimental probability equals the number of trials in which the outcome occurs over the total number of trials. What is a probability? The probability of any event occurrence of A subset of S is denoted by the probability of A as P open bracket A, and it's given by using the following relation. The probability of A equals the number of elements of the event A over the number of elements of the sample space. We can easily say that the probability of anything equals a fraction, which is all what I want over all what I have. Let's see some remarks. The impossible event is the event that has no chance for occurring. The probability of the impossible event is always equal to 0. The certain event is the event that has all the possible outcomes, and the probability of the certain event is equal to 1. Any probability is greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to 1. No probability is equal to a number that is greater than 1 or a negative number. Let's go and solve some questions. The first question is to complete each of the following. The probability of the impossible event is, yes, excellent, I can hear it from here, it's equal to 0. The probability of the certain event is, good job, it's 1. Question 3, if the probability of success of a student is 90%, then what is the probability of his failure? For sure, it's the 100% minus the success, which is 90%, then it will be 10%. Question 4, a bag contains 36 marbles. Noha drawn one randomly, it was found red color. If the probability of getting a red marble is 1 over 9, then how many red marbles are in that bag? We know that the probability of red, which is the 1 over 9, equals the total number of red divided by the total number of all the marbles. So to find R, we're going to cross multiply 36 times 1 divided by 9, so R equals 4. So Noha has 4 red marbles in that bag. Let's go to another type of question, which is question 2, choose the correct answer. In an experiment of tossing a metal coin once, the probability of the appearance of a head is what? We know that the coin is either head or tail, so the head is 1 out of 2, so the probability of head is 1 over 2. Question 2, if a die is tossed once, then the probability of getting a number satisfies the inequality that is greater than 2 and less than 2 is what? We cannot have in a die a decimal number, so we cannot find a number that is more than 2 and less than 3, so in this case the probability here is 0. Question 3, if a class contains 20 boys and 15 girls, and a pupil is chosen at random, then what is the probability that that student is a boy? So the probability of getting a boy equals the number of boys over the number of all the students in class, which is 20 plus 15, that is 35. To simplify this, divided by 5, the result is 4 over 7. Question 4, if a die is tossed once, then the probability of getting a number less than 3 is what? How many possible numbers are there less than 3? We have the 1 and the 2. So this probability is 2 out of the total, which is 6. If you simplify this, the result is 1 over 3. Question 5. The probability of the possible event could equals what? We cannot have a probability that is negative, so A will be eliminated. We cannot have a probability that is greater than 1, so B is eliminated, and also D is eliminated. So the right answer here is choice C, because 16%, which is 16 over 100, as 0.16. Question 6. If a die is tossed once, then the probability of getting a number greater than 4 is what? Greater than 4 means either 5 or 6. So they are 2 numbers out of the 6 numbers we have. If you simplify this, it is 1 over 3. Question 3. One card is selected randomly from 8 cards numbered from 1 to 8. Write down the sample space. Then find the probability of each of the following events. The sample space is all the numbers from 1 to 8. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Question 1. The probability of getting an even number is how many even numbers we have? We have the 2, the 4, the 6, and the 8. So we have 4 even numbers out of a total of 8 numbers. When you simplify this, it will be 1 over 2. Second question. What is the probability of getting a number greater than or equal to 6? So the probability of getting a number greater than or equal to 6, how many numbers are these greater than or equal to 6? We have the 6, 7, and 8, so there are 3 numbers out of 8 overall. So this fraction cannot be simplified. So the final answer is 3 over 8. Question 4. A box contains 5 white, 4 black, and 7 red balls. A ball is drawn randomly from the box. Find the probability of each of the following events. The first one, the question wants the probability of getting a black ball. So the probability of black is all what I want, which is all the black, over all what I have, which is the total number of balls, that is 16. So when you simplify this fraction, it's 1 over 4. The second question, what is the probability of getting a ball that is not white? So the probability of getting a ball that is not white is getting all the colors except white. So getting the black and the red. So there are 11 balls out of the total, which is 16 balls. Exercise number 5. If this is a fair die that is rolled once and we observe the apparent number on the upper face, find the probability of each of the following events. Probability of A, which is getting a number more than 4. More than 4, so it's either the 5 or the 6. So it's 2 numbers out of 6 numbers, which is 1 over 3. Probability of B, it's the appearance of an even number. So we have 3 even numbers, the 2, 4, and 6, out of all the numbers that are 6 numbers. So it's 1 over 2. Probability of C, which is the appearance of a number equal to 5. There's only one number equal to 5, which is the 5 itself. So it's 1 over 6. Question 4. The probability of D, which is the appearance of a number equal to 7. We cannot have a number equal to 7 in a fair die. So it's 0 over 6, which is 0. Probability of E, which is the appearance of a number that is less than 7. All the numbers are less than 7. So there's 6 numbers less than 7 out of 6, which is 1. Let's now go to the evaluation part. And dear students, as I always remind you, when we reach the evaluation part, when you see the question, pause the video, answer the questions yourself, and then play the video again to check your answer. Question number 1. A box contains cards numbered from 1 to 15. If a card is drawn randomly, what is the probability that the written number on the card is divisible by 5? So here, the probability of getting a number that is divisible by 5 is, you tell me now, how many numbers are they divisible by 5? The 5 is divisible by 5, the 10 and the 15. So there are 3 numbers divisible by 5 over the total number of cars is 15. So the probability of this number is 1 over 5. Question 2. An experiment has 3 outcomes. If the probability of the occurrence of the first outcome is 0.3 and the probability of the second is 0.45, calculate the probability of the third outcome. We all know here that the total number of probabilities of any experiment is always 1. So the probability of the third outcome is equal to 1 minus the other two together, 0.3 plus 0.45, which is 0.25. Question 3. A farm has 2,000 cows. If the probability of a cow madness infection in this farm is 0.17, what is the expected number of infected cows? To find the number of infected cows, we multiply the number of cows by the probability. So in this case, the expected number of infected cows will be 340 cows. By finishing the evaluation part, we came to the end of our session. I really enjoyed the session. Thank you very much and wishing you best of luck.